Hi, I'm Isaac for Pop Scoop, and I'm talking to the multi-talented dancer, choreographer, singer, actress, and songwriter Tina Barrett. Hi.
Hi.
How are
Nice
you?
intro, thank you.
Yeah. How are you doing?
Oh God, I'm really good. I'm sort of really excited to be releasing a single.
Yes.
So yeah.
Yeah, your new single came out on November the 3rd, called
Yes, Making Me Dance.
Making Me Dance. And it's a new sound for you, slightly different from your first solo single in 2012, Fire, which had more of a dancey sound. Can you tell us a bit more about the sound from this one?
Definitely, yeah. Well, Fire was kind of a bit of fun, really. I just thought I'd kind of release something and promote it on the internet, like from Twitter and Facebook and all that. And because it got like so many sort of hits on YouTube and a lot of people sort of downloaded it, I kind of thought, oh, this is great. So
I'm onto something, yeah.
I'm onto something, yeah. No, but to be honest, like I was really shocked that people sort of, kind of reacted to it and sort of, were liking it. So I've been kind of in the studio doing lots of writing kind of pretty much since I split with S Club. So I've got quite a few songs, but my kind of, my sort of, the vibe that I, is really me, is really R&B. So Making Me Dance is more of my style. So this is kind of more of a taste of what my album's going to be like. Basically.
Yeah, it's exciting. I mean, you've got it's R&B, it's a bit blues and soul as well.
Definitely, yeah. Well, my next single after Make Me Dance is even more bluesy. So I think people might be quite shocked because I guess they're just used to me sort of singing and dancing with S Club. So it's so different to that.
Yeah, but I think your voice. I mean, your voice is quite distinctive, and we could always sort of hear it on those tracks. And you led on songs like Stronger, and you do have that kind of that purr and growl in your voice that goes really well with soul.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I've got like people say, God, you sound like you drink whiskey and smoke cigars.
I know that's what I mean. Yeah.
But I've always had that. No, I'm very, very healthy. Yeah. No, I'll try to do. Yeah. No, I've always had that kind of sort of, I guess, tone to my voice. So, but I guess no one ever really knew because obviously, Joe was the lead singer in S Club, so I never really got to, sing lead in S Club. But it's so exciting doing it now, like having my own sort of, record out and getting my ideas out there, really, because I've written everything. So
so you've been songwriter collaborator on all the tracks.
Yes, yeah. I've basically written all the melodies and lyrics, and I've collaborated with like producers, basically, who've kind of, put the music and help me with all that. So,
how do you start out with a song? Do you have a melody in your head first, or do lyrics come first?
Yeah, I mean sometimes I'm constantly singing into my dictaphone, so it's kind of if I get ideas for melodies, sometimes like you get like a kind of tune in your head and you sort of put it down. And with lyrics, it's all sort of it's basically poetry, or if you've kind of, I mean, obviously, I take it from like my life experience as well. Like if I've gone through something, or I guess like love, relationships, from kind of
personal life,
everything. Yeah, every emotion, I guess, is you can turn into a song. So yeah, I mean, all my songs are kind of like from my own sort of experience. I try to make it as sort of, as as kind of real as possible. I'm not just writing about, in the club, getting, dancing with my girlfriends. It's more
living at large. Yeah.
Drinking Cristal, whatever. This album's more about, my life and, everything. But obviously more dramatic.
Yeah, stuff people can. And you were a professional dancer before you started with S Club 7.
Yes.
How did you start out in dancing? Was that something that you had from a very early age?
Definitely, yeah. I started I started ballet class at 4 years old. So from there, I just really enjoyed it. And I mean, I never really knew that I was going to sort of pursue it as a career until probably about 10. I was like, this
still
is what
early,
I want to do. Yeah, that's really early. But yeah, I mean, I guess some people are like, I was born and I said I wanted to sing and dance. Yeah, but I was always transfixed with all the kind of the musical films, Singing in the Rain and all the old kind of classics, and I was just I was glued with my mouth open, just going, oh my God, that's what I want to do, exactly what they're doing on TV, the singing, the dance. And then I went to Arts Ed, which is a stage school, and then from leaving there, I sort of was professional dancer for 2 years, and I kind of worked with a few pop acts actually, so I kind of saw a little bit of the music industry then, and then I went for a casting for 19 management and ended up in S Club.
Yes.
So, yeah.
And I'm sure you're, a tiny bit tired about talking about S Club 7, but we might have to just a bit.
No, we can't not talk about it.
We can't not talk about it. But I mean, to say some of the figures, it's amazing. They sold 60 million records worldwide. You had 11 top 5 hits, #1 UK album, sellout UK arena tours, Brit Awards, and TV movies and TV show. How is that? To look back at now, because I think there are very few people in the world who can say, oh, I did that, and that was actually 10 years ago.
I know, crazy. To be honest, at the time when we were doing it, we were just so, it was just like a whirlwind. We didn't have days off, rarely had a day off. So it was literally a 24-hour thing for us, always on the plane, in another kind of city, and we always had these crazy receptions, because the fans were just incredible, and it was just like that. It was just kind of exploded. So it was something that you kind of, once it's happening, you sort of, you don't really, you don't really kind of, you can't really take it all in. But now, obviously, we've kind of, now we're outside that whole S Club bubble. I do sort of think, oh my God, did that really happen? Because it was so crazy. And doing interviews for my record, people are saying the stats that we had, and we had 90 million viewers for our TV show worldwide, and I'm just like, oh my God, yeah, we did. So it's just crazy just hearing those numbers, because I think I mean, today I know it's all different, so people don't really sales aren't as crazy as they used to be, but it's still kind of, I feel so proud of what we achieved, definitely.
And
the band.
And I think it's paved the way for things like High School Musical and Glee too, where you
definitely
have TV shows.
Well, weirdly, sorry, I was going to say, so I was going to say, weirdly enough, the creators of Glee were inspired by S Club when they wrote Glee, so apparently.
Exactly then, Yeah,
they copied us. And they did really well at it. Cause
they did really well. Yeah, so the formula still works in that way, and I think we all remember Saturday mornings. There was CD UK and you guys, and it's something that of all ages. I think it was from young children to also I think people in their 20s found it fun too. So
definitely. Like we at our concerts, it was a real sort of mixture. Like we had like the tiny ones, like 3 to 5, and then there was teenagers, and then we had like students, and then I, a lot of the, and then even older, I think, because I apparently like Reach for the Stars is quite a favorite for weddings.
I don't think that will go away. Yeah.
I know. And Never Had a Dream Come True is a bit of a Christmas song now, so it's really cool that the records are still being played, and it's still kind of like, I think that's every kind of performer's dream, that the music just kind of keeps being played and everyone's still talking about it. Kind of,
on.
It lasts. Amazing.
Then of course you get asked all the time, if you're going to join back together. You have that, as a bit of a downside, that you say, well, yes, we might, we might not.
Well, we actually have been talking more sort of, deeply about the whole, shall we do this? And Simon Fuller has got involved, and we are sort of possibly planning something for next year, but nothing's been finalised. But we want, if we do something,
sounding
we
a
want
bit
to
more
do
serious
something.
though.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, if we do something, we want to make it really special.
Yeah, you've had a lot of other acts do some of the same sort of thing recently, so there is a market for that, I'm sure.
Oh, definitely. Like After Steps completely smashed it, and then obviously Take That were, obviously huge and amazing, and then the big reunion, is just sort of sold out arena tour again. So it seems like everyone sort of still likes a bit of 90s pop music. Yeah.
You've been doing a lot of stuff. In the meantime, in those past 10 years, you're the main dancer on an Asian artist's song.
Yes.
Shudai by Benavin Kundra.
Yeah. Oh my God, you're the first person that's asked me about that.
but I mean, it reached quite high in the world charts too. So you had a lot of exposure from that.
Yeah. No, that was so much fun. Like Navin actually asked asked me personally if I'd sort of, feature in this video, and I was like, oh yeah, I'd love to, because I mean, he's such a lovely guy and he's a great artist, and he's like a huge star, in the kind of Asian market.
Yeah, which is huge, of course. Yeah.
Which is huge, yeah. So we did it. The video came out amazing, and it kind of, I think, went to number 2 in the end, in the world charts, And
you've been, in the studio as well with people like Beanie Man and William Orbit. Are those things going to be on your album at all, or are those tracks that you were working on?
Yeah, definitely. I've actually got quite a bit of material, so I'm going to have to sort of, kind of, have a proper sort of think of what's going to go on and what isn't. But, I'm in the studio still, like, working with some other people. So yeah, I mean, making an album, it can just go on forever. but, I am looking to, release it next year. So, yeah, it's going to be good.
Yeah, do you have a date at all for that, or are you trying to just see how this single goes and how the next single goes and work from there?
Definitely, yeah. We're sort of kind of, gradually putting it all together, because, it's been kind of a long process, and, I'm just kind of getting back out there and, doing gigs and sort of, performing again, really. And so,
how is that, to be performing by yourself? Is that different?
Yeah, it is. It's very different. I mean, I must admit, it's kind of, you think, oh God, it's all on you. So it is more pressure for sure. But I am enjoying it. So I think I'm just kind of like, I feel really, I love being on stage and performing. So, you know, that hasn't gone away. Now I'm a solo artist.
You can't.
Yeah. So I'm kind of enjoying doing my own thing as well. I mean, obviously S Club was just ridiculously successful. So I'm kind of, you know, but it's still, this time it feels more special because this is all my kind of work. So it's definitely very rewarding being able to kind of finally, you know, get a record out. Sure.
Yeah, and to move on, and to be, you know, you're older now, and to have
exactly.
a mature sound, and to go back to stuff that you were into as a child too. You know, the R&B and the soul.
Yeah.
It was a great new sound to show yourself, because of course if you're, you know, 7 in a band and you know, it's hard to show yourself in that way completely. So be excited to see where you go.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, when it's a band and, you know, everyone wants to kind of express themselves, you just don't, it's chaos. So you just kind of have to just sort of, you know, go along, go with the flow, really. Yeah,
so it's a bit calmer now.
Yeah. Much calmer, yeah. But it's kind of, it's great.
And are you, you're doing some stage work as well this winter, right?
I
You're in Panto,
yeah.
Is that right?
Definitely. I'm doing Beauty and the Beast in Chesterfield and over Christmas. And really, really thrilled to be doing it. I mean, I had no plans to be doing like theatre actually, but when they just approached me and I kind of thought, actually I'd love to do this, you know. So it was just kind of like one of those things really. And you know, like we start rehearsals end of November. So
you haven't started yet.
Not yet, no. Yeah. But it's going to be. I'm really looking forward to it, and it'll be great to just be sort of on doing a bit of theatre again, really, because I haven't done theatre for a long time, and it's actually made me sort of look at some other theatre projects. So you know, we'll see. Yeah.
Okay. So a bit more in the works, possibly.
Definitely. But I think, these days it's all changed, so it's amazing. Like, you can do the pop, you can do the theatre, you can do TV as well. Like, you don't just have to pick one anymore.
Yeah.
So it's so much kind of, which I think is great, yeah.
And what are your thoughts about the importance of social media for today's biz? Has that been important for you?
Oh my God, if it wasn't for the social media, I don't think I would have even been able to get a record out there. You know, I think social media is really good for artists, because people can now make their own videos, put their tunes on iTunes themselves, and you can kind of, you know, you can do your own PR as well, even if you're, you know, whatever level you're at, you know, you can control a lot more. You can still talk to
fans yourself, right?
Yeah, it's not. You don't have to kind of accept what the papers say about you anymore. You can go, well, actually, and it's kind of resolved.
Yeah, you have your own platform. Yeah.
Exactly. So you're not at the mercy of the press as much, you know.
or bad people out there.
Well, yeah, or I mean, obviously the press are great. You know, they kind of, you know, they do a lot of. You know, you can't have a record with no press, you know, so you do need the press, but it's still nice having your own say if say, you know, something gets misconstrued, or even if you don't have, you know, if to just get the ball rolling and connect to fans, you know, connect to fans straight away as well, because. Like when we were in the band, we never spoke to the fans at all unless they were kind of, you know, physically in front of us.
Yeah,
we never got any of the fan
now.
mail. Yeah. Whereas now they go, hey, and you're like, oh, hey, you know. So it's really, it's so much better,
feedback.
I think. Oh
yeah,
God,
it's nice
yeah,
that you
you
get
know
the feedback,
if you're
right?
doing all right.
Yeah.
Because they're so honest, which is
a bit too honest sometimes.
Oh yeah. That's the thing. That is the dark side of all the social media. Like if someone thinks you look terrible, they won't just say it on the sofa. They'll tweet it to you.
Yeah,
you look
sad.
terrible.
You'll find out. You'll find out personally straight away.
Yeah, they'll let you know. Yeah, but yeah, no. But I think it is a good thing. Obviously, I don't agree with all the trolling and all sorts of awful things, but I think for like artists especially,
people starting out, right?
It really helps. It helps so much.
Yeah. Oh, well, thank you so much for talking to us, Tina. And
thank you. Yeah.
And it'll be great to see where the single goes in your next one. Do you have one chosen yet for your next single?
Yeah, the follow-up single is going to be a track called Woman. So,
okay.
Yeah.
Bit of a scoop
there.
That's good.
Bit of a scoop, yeah. And it's also the title of my album is called Woman too. So, yeah.
Well, it'll be very exciting to see all of that. And we hope you tour as well, so we can see you again live on stage.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Me too, yeah. Well, I'll definitely be doing gigs for sure, yeah.
Good. Okay, thank you, Tina. It was great talking to you.
Lovely talking to you.